Welcome to Buzz Cuts in downtown Lebanon for Jacket Talk. It is brought to you in part today by Jacket Nation Sports, also by Mid-Missouri Bank, by Mercy, and also by Ginger Wellness. I'm Kevin Stubblefield. We're at Buzz Cuts in downtown Lebanon. Signing day for April 16th, and several Lebanon students have committed to go on to further their athletic and activity career. Emily Merlot for soccer at Crowder College. Tony Myers will play baseball at Mission University in Springfield. Jeremiah Rivera for soccer at Evangel. Dagan Woods will be cheering for Missouri State. Also, Eli Graham and Aaron Graham for baseball at North Ark Community College in Harrison. And Noah Boggs also for Mission University for basketball, along with Kaylee Howerton, Lebanon softball at East Central College in Union. Her coach, Kenyon Breedlove, joins us this morning for our show. What's Kaylee meant to your program, and how do you project her going forward?
She's meant a lot to our program, and not just this past fall, but all 4 years that she's been a part of it. I spoke today during the signing ceremony. I mean, she's really just embodied what it means to be a leader, and all those qualities: sacrifice, service, love, all those things that come up when you think of a great leader. She's really embodied all of that and set the stage for what future leaders need to look like.
Was she one of the first ones you visited with when you took the softball job a year ago?
Yeah, she was. A whole handful of seniors spoke with me the first time that I met with the team. After our whole team meeting, they came up and talked, and she was definitely one of the first ones to reach out.
Well, that's the first year gone. Of course, you had junior varsity and varsity last fall, and now you're knee-deep into middle school softball in the spring of 2025.
We are definitely knee-deep in the middle school softball, which is a great thing. I'm blessed to have that opportunity to do that. I think it's something that will really help our program grow, is having that consistency from 7th grade all the way through 12th grade. I enjoyed the fall. The fall was great. We had a lot of learning moments, a lot of growing moments. The win-loss column probably wasn't what everybody wanted it to be. But we learned things. When you have a new coach, you have a new system, right? And you got to learn those things. You got to learn what coach expects of you, what to expect of each other, and, become a new unit when you have a new coach. And I really think we got a good start on that.
What's kind of the bedrock of your system when it comes to softball?
When it comes to how we want to be together, we think of everything with a family unit. We really want to rely heavily on each other, not just a singular individual or one or two of them. It takes the whole, and it's not just the 9 people that are in the lineup. If you're in the dugout, you have a job. We have courtesy runners. We have pinch runners. We have people who might pinch hit. We have all kinds of things that are going on. It takes the whole unit to get it done. So on that side of things, it's definitely a family unit. When it comes to skill stuff, attention to detail makes all the difference. When you see teams break down in detail, that's when you see a real breakdown in the outcome. So we just need to keep improving in those areas, and I look forward to next fall.
Welcome to Jacket Talk on LEB TV.
I'm Monty Hayes, Community President at Mid-Missouri Bank in Lebanon. We have the best products and services with friendly faces you know as your neighbors. Our financial experts and community leaders live, work, and play where you do. In a world that is constantly changing, we have the technology and security to allow you to bank from anywhere. Our lobby and drive-thru is open 6 days a week at 278 North Jefferson, or visit us online at openaccounts.midmobank.com. Go Jackets!
What do you kind of project as the strength of your team going forward next fall, and also some of the areas that need to be shored up?
I definitely think going to next fall, defensively, with our gloves, I look forward to seeing great improvement there. And then with our bats, we have a lot of returning bats, people who were young that we relied heavily on in their first year of real varsity experience. And that can be a struggle, reasonably. And so I look forward to them making great strides. Losing Kaylee in the circle is a big deal, something that we have to overcome. It's going to be kind of a committee task as we go into next fall, and we have a lot of work to do there. We have a lot of girls that are willing to do it and willing to put in the work, and so that's good to see. But it will take work, and it'll be a committee to get the job done next fall.
Coach Weatherman in baseball, he likes to have a lot of arms available to go to the mound, and I'm sure that's kind of your case when it comes to putting people out in the circle. You'd like to have your top two, but you need more than that, don't you?
You need all you can get, even when you have a solid arm, right? Sometimes they have an off day. You can't just rely on the one. What happens if that breaks down? You know what I mean? So we got to try to develop as many as we can. We're in the process of doing that with our middle school. We have some girls who maybe that's not their desire, but they have a little bit of a knack for it. And so we need to try to develop that. And my assistant, Coach Hazelwood, behind the scenes, she does so much for our community in softball that nobody sees. And I'm very grateful for that, especially on the pitching side. She has pitching lessons all the time with our youth, and she's really trying to grow that part of our game, and I'm very grateful for it.
It's always a strength to have a former Yellow Jacket like yourself being involved in a program, and also your assistant coach. I mean, that's when you got roots that are sunk like that, that's important, isn't it?
I think it goes a long way. It says something to the commitment of the community, and the program. Obviously, I didn't play softball at Lebanon, but I'm proud graduate from Lebanon, and I'm glad that we have Coach Hazelwood with us. She graduated from Lebanon, played softball, very connected to the community, wants to stay in the community and be committed to it. And so consistency in the coaching has been something that wasn't there the last 10 years. When I graduated, Charlie Pentecost was the coach, and I'm now the third coach since then, and that was 9 years ago. And so people are led in different directions, but having a consistent coach year in and year out is a big thing, and I hope to offer that in the future.
Hayden Breedlove, our guest, Lebanon softball. Man, I'm trying to put into context. It's been 9 years since you finished up your high school career. I mean, it's been a few days, but it still doesn't seem like that long ago.
Yeah, it's been quick. As we were talking before, the last time you and I had a Jacket Talk conversation, we were in a different place in Dickey's Restaurant. I was a senior in high school, so it's been a while. There's been a lot of life between now and then. 9 years has been a sprint, but I'm very blessed and grateful to be back here and wearing LHS on my chest.
When you went to Southwest Baptist to continue your education, was coaching kind of in your mindset at that point?
Yeah, it was everything, to be honest. I wanted to teach and coach. That was really the only reason I went to college. I was blessed to be a part of the baseball team there. Learned a lot from a lot of people, the players around me, the coaches that were there, learned about the game. And so the whole process in both career and teaching and in coaching Southwest Baptist was a big thing for me.
Mm-hmm. Spent time at Bolivar, head softball coach there, assistant in baseball, and now you're back home. What does it mean to come back to Lebanon?
It means a lot. I'm very grateful that I started my career in Stockton as a baseball football coach. Then I went to Bolivar, got my first opportunity to coach softball, which was great. I really, really enjoyed my time there. I learned a lot. I had a lot of people around me that could help me. And then when I got the opportunity to come here, there was a lot of pieces involved in that. But ultimately, it was a blessing to be able to come back to a community that you're familiar with, to people you're familiar with, wearing the jersey or the shirt that you're familiar with. There's a level of comfort there that just doesn't happen anywhere else. And so it's an opportunity I'm extremely grateful for, and I hope to make the most of it.
When you're a coach, of course, wins and losses, they're kind of front and center, but you try to impact lives. Is that kind of how you see things?
It's number one on my priority list. I want to win as many games as I can. If you're not trying to do that, we might need to have a realignment in what your goals are. I want to win as many games as I possibly can. But at the end of the day, if I've done nothing to try to grow these girls and who they are as a person and prepare them for life, then I don't think I've been very successful. And so we focus a lot on that. Okay, I care a lot about what their grades are. I care a lot about who they are as a person, how they treat each other. We focus on those things a lot. I do think those things also help you in the win column. If you neglect that, in the end, it'll come back and bite you. So that is a big staple in our program.
When we visited last year, when you first took the job, you indicated that you wanted this softball program and this team to really make an impact in the community. How have they gone about doing that?
One thing for sure, I think just in our school, if we want to start there, I think we show how you treat each other, and not just our program, not how my left fielder treats our right fielder, but how we support other sports, how we support other programs and the students in that, even if it's not sports, any type of school club activity, and how we're supporting that. We want to love our community members and serve them any way that we can. And I think that we've made great strides in that, and we look forward to doing more of that as the years go on.
Where do you teach at on a day-to-day basis?
I'm up in the old Donley wing, what used to be Freshman Commons. It's no longer there. But I teach in our business academy, which is an exciting opportunity to be a part of as it's growing and changing and evolving. But I teach political science and American history in that. And then I also have classes that are outside the business academy.
Mm-hmm. What's your summer program going to look like to really kind of set the stage for what you're going to do this fall?
I'm really excited for the summer. Speaking of working with other programs, we're very busy, just to be frank, especially in the month of June. We're involved in a league that a lot of Southwest area schools are in. That'll be on Tuesday nights. But then we have weights 3 days a week, and we practice 3 days a week. We have so many days that we have 20 days that we're allowed to have contact, and we'll use all 20 of those days. A good portion of them in June, and the second half of them will come in July. But the thing that excites me the most is that I'm working with Coach Collins and Coach Decker in the weight room. We're kind of showing that unit of we think this is important. We believe it's important. We believe it'll help all three of our programs. There's no reason that we can't work together on it to make all of our athletes better. So that's something I'm really looking forward to as the summer nears.
What's your number situation as far as the amount of players that you have in the middle school right now?
At the middle school, we have 21. So that's great. That's probably more than I was expecting. I'm hoping to keep most of them, right? We want to keep them in the game of softball, especially while they're in middle school, develop them the most that we can. And hopefully they want to come play high school softball for us.
Pitching development, that's always key to softball to the high school level. How's that looking?
It's good. Like I said, we're starting. We definitely have to start with our middle school, and that's part of that consistency I talked about. If they see me and Coach Hazelwood in middle school, and they work with her a lot on pitching, and then we work throughout the summer. That's something else that I don't know that's happened in the past. We're developing a middle school summer schedule, right? How can we practice in the summer? How can we play in the summer and get better and get more of that stuff going on? And then same thing with our high schoolers, right? We're very blessed. We have girls who play multiple sports, and so that's a challenge. But it's also about putting that work in the off season. We can't just wait till August 11th to start that stuff. We got to be doing it all off season too.
You mentioned that the schedule has pretty well taken shape. Where are you going to start to begin the season?
We'll start in the Morrisville tournament, which has, I think, been a consistent thing for this program for a while. I played in that when I was in Bolivar too. Coach Franska does a great job down there running a tournament. It's very organized. Competition's always great. You really get to evaluate yourself after the weekend. You're going to get 4 to 5 games. In 2 days, it's quick. It comes at you. But you really get to self-reflect at the end of it and see where you're at and see what you need to work on going into the rest of the season.
Then you got the COC portion of the schedule. That's always the meat of things right there.
Absolutely. I think the COC is growing as one of the most competitive conferences in the state. And it's not just in softball. You see that in multiple sports. It's hard to compete with Kansas City and St. Louis, but it just keeps doing it. It keeps competing with those schools. Even if it's not Lebanon, like we are part of the COC, we see them competing. And so we have to prepare for that. We have to play other teams that are like that. But we're also blessed that we have a lot of teams in the COC. And so we get that good competition to prepare us for districts.
KB, appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Best of luck going forward with softball.
Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate it.
That's Coach Kenyon Breedlove, Lebanon Softball, joining us on Jacket Talk. Back with more in just a moment from Buzzcuts.
My name is Jaysha Connor, owner and nurse practitioner here at Ginger Wellness. I believe that sometimes healthcare does too much, and I believe that's where wellness centers can really bridge that gap and really give people some confidence in natural ways, healthier ways, to really improve quality of life and to get healthy.
We want to feel better and live better lives. It's not about quantity, it's a lot about quality of your life.
Ginger Wellness is where I went to get my quality of life back.
All right, enough watching TV. You can do that at home. You guys know we have to do like vocal exercises to get ready for this, right?
We do?
Yeah, we just don't normally record them or put them out there. So repeat after me. How now, brown cow?
How now?
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
How now, brown cow? Hey, you're a senior. School's not over. We're still learning here.
Okay, I'm sorry.
How now, brown cow?
How now, brown cow?
All right, next one.
Okay.
Okay.
Seashells by the seashore.
Seashells by the seashore.
All right. Now it's time to sing. So
No.
No.
We're not singing.
We're not singing. What's your favorite song?
How Bad Can I Be by the Lorax.
The Lorax.
That's my walk-up song.
What's your walk-up song? Super Shane play that for you? Mm-hmm. Okay, yours?
Get It Sexy by Sexy Red.
All right. Next question. So welcome back to Jacket Talk. I'm Ramsey, sitting here with softball players. Kaylee, you're a senior, right? And
Hayden.
you're a sophomore, right?
Yeah.
Right. Well, we're going to get to know you guys a little bit, just kind of have some fun. There'll be a test at the end, so be ready for that. And then be sure to join us tomorrow for Jacket Talk Overtime. We're going to sit down and talk a little bit more serious about high school and softball and all the things you guys got going on and your big news from today. So excited for you, but we'll talk about that. Let's get to know you guys a little bit better. All right. I asked the fellas last week, Tony and Chance, their favorite book. And they both said they're not readers and they didn't know where the red fern grows. So what's your favorite book and why?
I'm thinking.
How to Eat Fried Worms. That was up there when I was a kid.
I've never heard of that in my life.
You've never heard of that?
I've never heard of that ever.
What about you? You have a favorite book? Anything?
Mine's You Shouldn't Have Came Here.
You Shouldn't Have Came Here by, I don't know. I've never heard of that one either. What's it about?
It's like this girl, she goes to like a dude ranch, like farm thing.
Okay.
And there ends up being like a bunch of people killed and she figures it out.
Oh, okay.
Those are the good books.
So like murder mystery type stuff?
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, you still haven't gave us a book. What's the deal?
I like the Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which is like about growing.
Is that the longest book title of all time?
No, I don't think so. But
The Seven Husbands by
of Evelyn Hugo.
What's it about?
It's like about this girl, and she has 7 husbands. Surprise, surprise.
Never would have guessed.
Yeah, and she's a movie star, and so you're like navigating her life. And it's like back when women weren't taken very seriously. So you just read about it, and it's really eye opening.
Gotcha. So is it fiction or nonfiction?
Yeah, it is fiction.
It's fiction. Okay. Sounds good. So a little bit of, is there like murder mysteries? Because she's into
No,
that
there's
stuff.
not, unfortunately.
It's more of just like drama type
Yeah.
stuff. Okay. Well,
Lots of suspense.
I probably will never read either of those. So you guys got me there.
At least we read.
Yeah, I don't. I don't. No, not. And yeah, and you're better. You're already better than Tony and Chance.
Better than the baseball boys.
Yeah. So obviously we're not in season. So what are you guys doing for fun right now?
I'm working and practicing for travel ball.
Right. Travel ball. You?
Travel ball.
Travel ball. No work.
No.
Gotcha. Don't work until you have to.
Yeah.
It's overrated. It's no fun. But okay. So how about something? Tell me something unique about you. Okay. Let's try this again.
Okay.
Hayden, tell me something unique about Kaylee.
Oh. She likes to sleep with her feet straight up on the bus.
Yeah, I do sleep in really uncomfortable positions on the bus.
Okay, fair. Kaylee, tell us something about Hayden.
Hayden's her arms are weirdly flexible. She's like, there's a picture that the newspaper took and her arm is like all the way behind her head, like turned. It's disgusting.
Okay, we'll see how easy that was. She knew immediately something unique about you. She didn't know anything unique about herself, but that wasn't too bad. So, all right. Well, anything, what's the rest of your day like?
I go to school for like 30 more minutes and then I leave.
And then it's time to practice or work?
I'm going to work.
Where do you
and
work?
then I have practice. I work at Noble Drug and Compounding.
Oh, okay, cool. There's
At a pharmacy.
Yeah. Awesome. And if you're not practicing for travel ball, what are you doing for fun?
I just go home and play on my piano.
Oh,
She's
okay.
a piano.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I think the word is pianist. Pianoer. Oh, well, I'm going to start saying pianoer from now on. You did great.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, Kaylee and Hayden, thank you guys. Hayden with a Y. We got that right from the beginning, right?
Yeah.
All right. So let's start back over. How now, brown cow?
How now, brown cow?
All right.
See, we're learning.
You're learning. You're doing well. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate appreciate Hayden and Kaylee coming by. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for Jacket Talk Overtime. We're going to get to know these girls a little better and dive a little bit into softball and high school life. So see you soon. Thank you, girls.
Oh,
Thanks.
go Jackets.
That's for the next one.
Oh.
But I'm impressed. I'm impressed. All right. Thanks, girls.
We're even like in unison.
Welcome to Jacket Talk on LEB TV.